The Song of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 2. I sleep, but my heart waketh. It is the voice of my beloved that knocketh, saying, Open to me, my sister, my love, my dove, my undefiled. For my head is filled with dew, and my locks with drops of the night. Now, Israel, here, in this context, has wandered far from God. She's lost touch with her heart, who is God. But God, who is faithful, and therefore continues watching out for her, knocks on the door of the house where she shouldn't be. And I'm thinking once again of that truant Jonah. The seamen on the ship with him were almost victims of his disobedience to God, because God came knocking on a ship in which Jonah wasn't supposed to be. And God's knocking took the form of a tempest. What a nuisance the person can be who is on the run from God. I recall Abraham astray in Gerar, and God came knocking in a dream to Abimelech and said, You're a dead man because you've taken Abraham's wife. Abimelech didn't even know that he had taken Abraham's wife. When God comes knocking, he uses all sorts of methods. Now, in our verse here, God uses an age-old method to knock. He uses his voice. The voice, it says, of my beloved knocketh. His voice knocks. In Genesis chapter 3, verse 8, the voice of God was heard walking in the garden. Similarly, the Jews saw the thunder or the voice at Sinai. Exodus chapter 20, verse 18. The prophets understood that God moves in a different dimension to us, where voices can be seen and can knock on doors. These things transcend both our language and our understanding. It was Jesus who said, Behold, I stand at the door and knock. Revelation 3:20. Holman Hunt pictured him actually knocking, but he could do it equally well by his voice. His voice can thunder, and it can be a still, small voice. In this verse, he attempts two ways to reach his beloved. He uses many terms of endearment, my sister, my dove, my undefiled. And then we read that his hair is filled with dew, meaning that he speaks gently, even as dew. And then we read, it's also got drops of the night upon it. That is to say, rain. He also speaks more firmly. He tries all different approaches to reach her and to reach us.